Look at us up on Doc Real TV. Well, you know what time it is, folks. That's right. It's time for more Doc Real TV. But before I even get into that, I was getting some new blades for my drone just recently, and well, are you even hearing me out there, folks? Let's make sure before I even get into this. But I was getting some new blades for my drone just recently, and yeah, you all should be hearing me out there. And one of the things that I ran into was that after I put the new blades on my drone and got ready, I was looking online, in my email, and I got a message from about the new FAA regulations. So let's come right back, and we're going to talk about that in a couple of minutes. In about a minute. See you soon. All right. I think y'all waited long enough. Okay. Apologize for that. I just wanted to double check things, make sure everything was running right, so we didn't have all kind of craziness going on. Stream health was beautiful, but now it's a little yellow right now, so I don't know exactly what that means. But let's talk about the new FAA regulations for drones or small unmanned aircrafts. That's what's going on. Oh, yeah, that sound is working right over there. Forgot my iPad was up. Now, the FAA just posted a rule in the Federal Register requiring all small drone owners to display their FAA-issued registration number on the outside of their drones. Now, folks know that in 2015 that they first required drone registration of drones. The FAA put that law into effect, and since then they hadn't really done anything, made any changes. But this is a new rule that's going in effect, and if you're like me, you knew about the rule before, that the mandate was that the FAA allowed you to put, your drone registration inside your drone if you wanted to kind of hide it from folks so they just don't see your drone registration or anything of that nature. But this was allowed as long as it didn't require tools to open the compartment. As you see, it's real easy for me to open the battery compartment, and this number that's in there, this number that's in there is just labeled in there, and it's visible. It abides by all the rules, which I'll read later. But they noticed that first responders, turning on my drone here, didn't want to do that. It's gonna fly in my hands. No, it's not. These things are pretty safe as long as you abide by the rules and everything, and you read the instructions before you just start flying a drone. But with that being said, you're probably wondering the reason why they're doing this. And the reason why they're doing this is because they had thought about the risks to first responders. Now, you're probably like, what do you mean risk to first responders? Well, if a drone falls out of the sky somewhere, it might land in somebody's backyard, and somebody might call the police to come and get it. Now, the police come and get it, and they walk up to it, and let's say they open it up and there's an IED in it. For folks who don't know, an IED is an improvised explosive device. I always forget that word improvise because, it's an explosive device, and somebody might put an improvised explosive device inside a drone. Now, for my size drone, it'll be pretty hard unless you got, some people are good with circuits. You could wire a phone circuit up in there with some Yeah, you actually could. You could put an improvised explosive device inside this drone. And not that I would want to do that. Yeah, but at the same time, this could cause big problems. So what they want to do to minimize the risk is post this regulation. Now, the FAA posted this rule, which will go into effect February 25th, 2019, and all small drone owners must have the markings on the outside of their planes, on the outside of their drones, before they take off, okay? Now, you do not want to take flight and they catch you in the air, they catch your drone and you don't have markings and you've never even registered your drone. If you've never registered your drone, I don't care what kind of drone, I don't care if it's a toy drone that you are flying. If it's a toy drone that you're flying, you're supposed to have a registration number. Now, when you go to get that registration number, it's only $5. Just go get the registration number. It's only $5 on the registration site, which I should have posted in this later on below in this particular post. But they give you one registration number and you can use it for several drones. So that's just registration. You don't have to have the license. This is for those who fly recreationally, okay? Now, if you plan to fly commercially, you have to go get a Part 105 license, all right? That is a FAA drone test that is called the Part 105. It's Part 105 of a bigger test, but this is just one part that we take. And there's a bigger part that is taken by pilots. I mean, they have a different drone test, and I can't remember that name, but people used to have to do that before, that number, but people used to have to do that before they made up this particular regulation for drone pilots. So we get off easier if you're doing commercial drone piloting now, but make sure you have this number on there before you take off. Now, the interim final rule does not change the original acceptable methods of external marking. Now, I'm going to go over those, like I said before earlier, that I was going to go over these rules, okay? Now, these are from Part 48 registration and marking requirements for small unmanned aircraft. What it says in 48.205 for display and location of unique identifier, that is your FAA regulation number, that the unique identifier must be maintained in a location that is legible, all right? Got to be legible. The unique identifier must be affixed to the small unmanned aircraft by any means necessary to ensure that it will remain affixed for the duration of each operation. So you got to make sure it's fixed to it and that it doesn't come off when you're operating the drone. All right. Simple stuff, folks. And then last but not least, which I talked about this particular rule before, the unique identifier must be readily accessible and visible upon inspection of the small unmanned aircraft. A unique identifier enclosed in a compartment is readily accessible if it can be accessed without the use of any tool. Now, that's the only part they're changing, that you must put it on the outside of the aircraft. Now, of course, this regulation, which is called RIN 2120-AL Alpha Lima 32, is open for public opinion until March 15th, 2019. That's March 15th, 2019. So just be aware of that and just know that. And as a matter of fact, I've got this on the Doc Reel roll for you all. Before I get out of here, let's go ahead and get to the Doc Reel roll. If you look down in the bottom corner right here, it's over here. In the bottom corner over here, in the bottom corner over here, it says the RIN number, which you can go to regulations.gov before March 15, 2019. Go to this particular website, go to this RIN number, and make sure you say what you feel about this particular regulation. For me particularly, I think this is a good idea. I really think this is a good idea because I'd hate to be a first responder out there and I'd open up somebody's plane aircraft and think that it's, just somebody's toy and it actually be an IED and I lose, my life or any body parts or anything like that. So, I mean, I really, 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 really want to, really stress that you all make sure that your planes are marked and that you make sure they're marked on the outside, because it makes no sense to get, fined or even jail time. I mean, there are all kind of things that can happen to you, even if you're just 12 years old and you're flying a craft. So parents out there, make sure your children, if they have drones, that they have an FAA regulation, I mean, FAA number, unique identifier number. You know, so this is important, folks. I mean, we buy, you know, our family members, we buy people different things, and people just want to have fun with them. In recreational use, it's got to be a registered drone. Since 2015, it's got to be a registered drone. So that's it for me, folks. You know the Doc Rio role. If you need to reach me, you know, you can reach me at doc.rio on Facebook. You can reach me at DocRio_TM on Twitter. You can reach me on the picture spot. That's Instagram, which is right there. That Instagram, that picture spot at Doc Rio. And then you can reach us, my team, all of us doing the videography and all of us doing what we're trying to do right here. You can reach us right here. Oh, wait. Which hand am I using? Oh, wrong hand. You can reach me at Doc Rio TV, or you can reach my team at Doc Rio TV. And if you need to really reach us right above my head, you can see Rio Bucks, RioBucks.com. That's the Doc Rio roll. I hope you stay tuned for more. That's it for me for now. Ha! Love you all. I mean it, but I gotta go. This is Doc. I'm out of here. Peace. Y'all can't even hear me right now. I'm just eating. Oh, I need to tell y'all, if y'all in Woodland Hills, y'all need to stop by New York Chicken and Gyro. Now, I know some of y'all are going to tell me, just like I said before when y'all wouldn't hear me. I think y'all hear me now. Yeah. I like to cut my mic off when I'm done, you know. New York Chicken and Gyro. All right. The reason why I'm saying gyro, because I know it's gyro, and I know some of y'all are going to try to correct me. You can't this time, because the name of this company is New York Chicken and Gyro. All right. These guys are from New York. They came out here, their whole family location. They treat you like it's home. It's out here in Woodland Hills. If you're in the Los Angeles area and you just happen to be, drive over here to Woodland Hills. It's about $7. I know it's a long drive for $7 meal, but it's fresh, it's good. This chicken over rice, they have lamb over rice, they have all kind of different stuff, but they even got a mixed plate, chicken or lamb over rice. This, it's good for you, tastes good, and they got a hot sauce that'll knock your socks off. Doc approved. I'm out of here, folks. I gotta keep eating. Peace.